Hey guys, TSM here. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so we have a new garrison hull. It is, as we know, it's this amazing Ark Battlecarrier. It's a new hull ready for the next 6 months, and so we need to build the darn thing. Having a look at the target, there are mortars in there, as we know. There are obviously rockets in there as well. There's some stun effect items in there as well, and obviously there's missiles. So as we all sort of hopefully know by now, that MDS3s, you can't have many shots in MDS3. It's either shoots and hits, or it just fires and that's it. So there's no point having loads of MDS3s. However, Gale 4s is the opposite. Okay, and the Gale 4s will fire. Okay, and they'll fire again if they miss. Okay, and obviously this is a bluff flagship. I'm not sure what the proper flagship will look like when it comes out, but for now I built a bluff flagship. I am sitting then, obviously I'm not going to worry about damage on this one here. However, these two bottom slots, you've got no choice but to put UAVs in them. Okay, and I've gone for 4 Gales and 2 MTS3s. Clearly I don't have any armor whatsoever as of yet. Projectile speed. Try and get your projectile speed over 200%. It certainly helps your Gales. So just think about that when you're doing it. I have increased, okay, then for this one, and you can go a little bit higher projectile speed if you want to, but I have increased this for Guidance System 3, just to help a little bit on some of the incoming missiles. Not all, because some of them have King Killer. Also, for this one here, just so you're aware, then my movement, okay, I've got a good combat speed, and the turn speed is slightly greater than the combat speed, so that's where I'm going with this one. Like I said, for specials then, obviously the Pretorius defense system, I've gone for high velocity rounds because of the projectile speed, 110%. A newish thing that never used to happen, but obviously you can now. You can actually increase range of UAVs, so it's quite helpful then to have this one here, because you get your penetrative range of 30%, but you also increase projectile speed, which is also helpful for your countermeasures as well. And then I've gone for not the most perfect engine, but obviously the strongest engine at the moment. We'd like there's bound to be a new one coming out, okay, but for now this is all we've got. So this is in tier 2 of this week's FM, so you can get 5 of these. And then I've gone for the subaquatic propellant because obviously countermeasure reload 50% and then extra projectile speed as well. So that's about it really, countermeasure ship. So what have we got on here then? Again, we've gone for the same engine, okay, and then we've gone for UAV targeting, UAV damage 80% bonus, which is nice, okay, and an additional chain count of 2, which takes our chain count up to 4. Projectile speed again at 50%, which is quite nice to have. Okay, chain range goes up to 50, which is great. This one here then, building damage over 200%, so that's really, really good at ripping those turrets apart. And then obviously the new UAV battery Mark II, okay, so don't worry about the chain range because we've already got that from another special. But the pen damage, the building damage, which is, and obviously the UAV damage, so there you go, 3 brilliant things there in one item. And then on wave pulse warheads, because you get another load of penetrative damage there, and a little bit of reload as well. And then the last one, yeah, my last special, then I've gone for the laser scope. Pen range 30%, okay, and you can increase the range on these UAVs, and I strongly suggest you do, because you're definitely going to struggle to outrange some of those turrets that are in there. Pen reload, obviously 50%, and pen damage 25%. So that's it, okay. All the other 4 holes are identical to that. So there's no armors on these holes at the moment, and what I'm going to do is go back into the, I'm not going to put any crews on whatsoever, but I'm going to go back into the target now, a fresh one, and take a look at what damage we take. Is it more projectile or is it going to be more explosive? And that will give me my guide as to how many of each plate I'm going to fit. And if we do take some damage, we need to work out what that damage was, and then that will give us our decisions for our armor plates. There are 6 slots available. If you noticed. No requirements for the countermeasures to do anything as of yet. So if I sit somewhere around about here, that seems to be like the right place for that man of war. Here comes the little drones, so we're going to drive away from this. There's one, so we definitely outranged. That was very fortunate. That man of war there took out those turrets, so we will wait for him to come back and go again. Quite like that. But what we can do is we'll have a go at, actually we won't do that, we're going to do a drive-by and see how the countermeasure ship's working. Combat speed is 99, remember. Okay, so it seems we got away with that. That's quite nice. Countermeasured everything incoming. Right, okay. We're not worried about that. As we said, it doesn't do any damage anyway. So we're going to go take a look at this other hull now and get rid of it, and also use it to kill those two turrets up there. Almost did it in one hit. Wow, what a difference. So we won't move, we'll just sit there and wait. That'll be those two turrets gone. Superb. We'll try and get a couple of volleys off this time. We might chip a little bit further forward. Bear in mind it's explosive damage on this hull, so there shouldn't be any need to get inside its range of its explosive rockets. Trying to avoid that if possible. There we go, there's two. And here comes the drone. It did get off one shot, but we managed to counter that, so that was nice. So far so good. Okay, ship is now dead. So it seems like we're managing to counter all the mortars now. No red rings so far. That's nice. We'll go and get rid of this annoying turret as well. And we'll pop back and we'll take out this one, which will chain this stuff. This will make a good test. That seems quite decent. Okay. Stay at max range for these. Obviously they have an explosive field, and there it is. We're going to move up then for this turret up here, which should outrange that rumbler quite nicely. That seems to work. Heading across for the hyena. And then down to the other mortar. Clear the last cluster, and we're done. Okay, so we'll check damage. It doesn't seem like we even took any damage whatsoever, and that's without armour. Okay, so there was a little bit of pen, which we managed to evade. No explosive whatsoever, and no penetrative apart from a bit that we managed to evade. So pen is important. The explosive definitely you can countermeasure or you can outrange. So 0, no damage whatsoever. So if we're refitting, then, like I said, there's 6 slots, and basically you could do one or two things. You know, the mortars, if we seem to be able to knock them all down, you could either go, you know, like I said, this is not perfect because it does explosive damage, but you have to go right back down then to here, okay, to a tier 10 hull to get a penetrative damage bonus. But because the survival numbers are quite low, I don't think that's wise. And to be honest, the UAVs do an awful lot of damage anyway. So I think for now, there will be some new armors coming later, probably in a month or so, maybe 2. Then you know, it'll be about a month, I think, because then we're getting, in 2 months' time, we'll probably get in the upgrade as well. So I think it's probably going to be a case of probably 2 explosive, and it's probably that. The damage was 0, so it's very difficult to work it out. You may just want to go 3 and 3. Okay, then 3M and 3X, but I think I'm probably going to go 4M, 2X based off what I've just seen there. I can countermeasure all the explosive or outrange it, so a little bit of the missile did get through, or I had to evade it. Had I not evaded it, I'd have got damaged. So that's the way I'm going to go. I'm going to go 4 and 2. 1 day, 17 hours, 48 minutes for a refit. So times that by 5. Okay, that's not too bad. If I manage to catch the timelines just right, I should be able to have it done by this time next week, which will be good, or just about ready for next week's FM. So there we go. That's it. That's my plan. That's my build. Okay, and that's the target taken down, and obviously ranking as well. So I hope that helped. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. TSM out.